Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of all ages, we are proud to welcome to Wednesday night racing action here with the
They're gritty.
Hey, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the QRL Racing League. I'm joined here by Jared, the showboat Kelly. Jared, how you doing today?
I'm doing great. We're going to be doing some right-hand turns tonight. It's going to be different for these drivers. Usually going left and hopefully not right when they're on the ovals because that'd be bad. But yeah, we're going to have a good time here tonight.
Yeah, Jared, we're here in New York at the Go Bowling 35 lapper here. Excited to bring you this live racing action. Looks like Jake Shea made the pole, Team FOCA member. We're awfully proud of him. And looks like Peter Dunn, the rookie from Canada, is going to pick up that inside row coming into turn one.
Yeah, tonight's going to be like a Daytona. It's a great equalizer race. Nobody really has experience on the road courses. So you're going to see guys who usually kind of run in the middle to the back of the pack. They're going to shine here tonight. They're going to be running up front.
Yeah, Jared, this is I believe this is the second to last race before the playoffs start. So a lot of these drivers are going to have to make this their chance. This is a wild card race to see who can make it in, win it, and get in for the playoffs starting in a couple weeks here.
Yeah, Jake, our pole setter, he doesn't have enough races to qualify for the win and you're in, but Peter Dunn, he has every chance to try and win this race tonight and lock himself into the playoffs and be a real upset in the playoffs for those who are still trying to make it in on points. But yeah, another one of our guys trying to make it in on points, David Owens, the league admin here. He's not here tonight. He's 58 points above the cut line, but definitely that number is going to drop here after tonight as we see a couple of guys starting from pit road. Looks like Joey Stiers and Joe Volpus starting from pit road today.
Now, Jared, they're going to take the parade lap. That won't affect them starting from the pits, will it? You have to wait. Don't have to wait the whole time, right, until those cars come back around one more time?
Yes, sir. They're going to have to wait till the leader gets the green flag here today. But I feel like most of our viewers that watch on the CAVOK network, they feel at home. It's a road course, left and right-hand turns. So our guys that watch from Sunday Night Skippy and the Alpha Touring cars, and possibly some of the Formula 4 guys, they're going to see normal road course racing for them. They're not going to see some of this redneck oval stuff that we usually do on Sunday and Wednesday nights.
Jared, I'm going to stop you right there, and I believe normal is not what's going to describe this evening tonight, but we will see. Jared, as we get this parade lap underway, what do you expect these drivers' pit window to be in their pit strategy going into the night?
Well, I see two pit strategies here today, Kevin. They can short pit it on lap 15 when the window opens to make it to the end. I see around 20 laps of fuel on one tank in racing conditions, or they can wait till the fuel closes off at lap 20 and have 15 laps till the end of the race. So you can short pit it, try and pull an undercut on maybe someone you're trying to pass, or you can wait till the very end and have a decent amount of tire life so that you're able to push it maybe a little bit more on that second stint.
All right,
but
Jared,
no caution here today.
Yeah, and then Jared, that's right. Keep that in mind. No cautions are going to be waived. There'll be green flag racing the whole way. And then, Jared, do you have anybody you're looking for this race as they come down in the turns? A couple turns here before the start-finish line.
Yeah, I'm looking at that 9:10 Peter Dunn, fast in practice, qualified on the outside pole, but was really fast, really consistent. He's my pick today.
All right, Jared. Well, I'm going to hand it over to you as these cars barrel through these last couple of turns before we hit the start-finish line for the most famous words in road course racing.
Yeah, as the pace car pulls down off of pit road, you guys are going to hear the great words of Formula One. It's lights out and away we go at Watkins Glen.
Very well done, Jared, as Jake Asai, Shay, I always miss your name, Jake, I'll get it better, as he brings it in hard, braking, as the Twisted List CRO gets through this turn. Jake's going to concede that #1 spot as he's going to follow in line next to Nate Maurer. Jake needs to be aggressive here and not give up those spots.
Yeah, it was very important on that warm-up lap. Try and warm up the tires, but also warm up those brakes, because this is where you're going to have to be braking all race long, shifting, everything. But here comes the bus stop, the inner loop, as they got to break down, get down into second gear. We may see some carnage here.
And Jared, I'm back here with P99, number 99. They're getting through the bus stop. Matt Oppinger, David Brenner. Looks like they're all getting through. Eric Thornton. Everyone's getting through just fine. No incidents. That was a real sticky spot earlier in the season. Last season, had a lot of issues there with that car. As the 99 gets a little bump on Eric Thornton, as we see the rest of the field single file.
Yeah, you're going to see different lines all throughout the race. People trying to maybe hitting different apexes, shifting points, getting back on the gas. We're going to see that all race long here, so not surprising there in the carousel. Ooh, as Anthony Moss Jr. got a little loose out of that final corner.
I just want to give a big shout out to the guys that do the Monday night broadcast. That is the Alpha Touring Car Series. You guys check that out. That is also brought to you here by the CAVOK Network. Big shout out to them, and also to Pim Fluth for giving us these cameras today for the Watkins Glen's race. Big shout out to him and all the hard work he puts into these cameras.
Still out front, Peter Dunn as he reaches the bus stop here. Really consistent guy. He was running all up front in practice, trying to get enough speed. But today's going to be all about consistency. No mistakes, not wrecking, of course. That's going to be the big player here.
And Jake did run the fastest lap time, so let's see if he can get settled in and start running more consistent and start eating away at that gap. But looks like Peter Dunn's going to be hard to catch here. Peter Dunn did only run 5 laps total. It was the most he ever ran here at Watkins Glen, so we'll have to see how he does with older tires as the race continues to go on.
Yeah, and I think you're going to see that out of everyone. Nobody's going to be running qualifying laps. They're not going to be scrubbing off those tires. They're not going to be hopping outside of track limits, so to say, even though in NASCAR it's a little bit different. Heavier cars, a little bit more lenient on the track limits.
And Jared, just to throw this out here, it looks like Joey Sires, Steve Fugit, and Joseph Wolpus, they're all showing a lap down on my screen. So something to keep an eye on with them starting from the pits like that. Oh,
yes, sir.
And it looks like Dave Kirkpatrick might have a little incident there, Jared. He is just coming down the front stretch here in front of the stands, entering turn 1. I'm going to go ahead and hit the replay, see what might have took place there as the racing continues. So take a live replay look. It looks like he just gets loose, spins it out. Graham McGriven gives a little tap, but everyone is able to get by unscathed, and Dave Kitt's going again. So no worse for wear, just starting in the back here.
Yeah, this is a very new concept to most of these guys. They're not used to road course racing. Some of them dread it. Others kind of embrace it as you got to do it once a year. It's kind of like taxes. Except the reward, you don't get any money out of this. All you get is bragging rights if you win.
Now, Jared, as we continue to watch these drivers fight their way through this obstacle course here at Watkins Glen, I mean, you have some good success here, Jared, racing on these road courses, don't you?
I do okay. I handle myself fine. I can put down a decent lap. I'm not a road course ace, so to say. I'm not one of those road course ringers.
All right, well, Jared, we're sure glad to have you here with that insight as we continue on. But it looks like Peter Dunn's still out there with that nice lead. Looks like it's over a second now over Nate Maurer. Let's take a look in on Nate, doing a great job. Great oval track racer, and he is showing his stuff here on this road course. But this is an easier of the road courses out of the ones we've raced at, Jared. I know Road America was a nightmare for a lot of drivers. As Jake gets hard on the brakes and goes wide onto that turn. He's able to save it, no worse for wear, but did lose some time there to Alex McQuarter. Alex McQuarter is now hunting down Jake O'Shea.
Yeah, just a little bit of slip up there, and I'm looking at my, or I'm getting some information, and Robert Richards has disconnected from the session, so no number 99 car anymore.
All right, Jared, it looks like Joey Stires might have had some problems. I'm going to take a live look here. That was on lap 4 as we see what happened to Joey Stires.
Oh,
here.
he was stuck in the wall. He got stuck in the wall out of the carousel. Front end's gone.
Ah, that's unfortunate. Also, it looks like Joseph Lopez might have had an incident. Oh my gosh. Oh, he must have had a death wish, Jared. That is unfortunate for Joey and his family. Oh, but the car is moving. It might be the ghost of Joey Stires driving that car, Jared. But that car might be done for the day as we go back to live racing action. Oh my.
Yeah, Joey has pulled into the garage. And I'm hearing a strategy call. I guess Nate Maurer says that he's pit, maybe?
Well, Jared, I just broadcast the races. I have no idea for strategy, but there is Nate Maurer. Looks like
he's pulling her down the pit road.
Yes, sir.
5 laps in, he thinks he can go 30 laps.
Well, only time's going to tell there, Jared.
Oh, and I saw him tow, so he might be done today. Yes, he has disconnected, so Nate Maurer is done. So, new P2, Jake O'Shea. Very, I wasn't expecting that. He was running good, probably had a chance to win if he wanted to push the issue, but he has backed out of the session.
All right, well, that was very anticlimactic, Jared, for our viewers, as that was going to be a great battle. But I guess he's just too good for a road course win. As we look here at Jake in that nice Toyota colors, racing that 77, as he's taking P2, trying to chase down Peter Dunn. But Peter Dunn has been a machine right now. No mistakes in that Twisted T Toyota Supra, as he now has over a 3-second lead over Jake O'Shea. As we're going to take a look at some more close racing action. We have Ty Killa in the number 24 getting tracked down by Sam Milliken in the 17. And Ty Killa is chasing down the rookie Christopher Knott in that 934 Ford Mustang.
Yeah, I see a battle starting to maybe develop here with Mitch Diamond, Brandon Shelton, and Anthony Moss Jr. there for P7. 3 of them under a blanket there as they go down the front straightaway. Looks like Anthony Moss Jr. is just going to be sitting waiting for one of them to make a mistake. But these 2 guys, the 65 and the 2, they're teammates. They work together. They sit in the same Discord chat. But at some point, Brandon's going to force the issue and say, hey, you got to get going. We got to go.
Yeah, Brandon's a great teammate to have, as we all well know, Jared. But he does, when it's time to go,
he got loose there. He got loose there out of the exit of the S's, lost some time over there to Mitch Diamond, as Anthony Moss Jr. breathing down his neck as they go into the inner loop.
We got 7 laps down in the book so far. No major incidents yet. Just had a couple guys pull the plug early, throw the towel in, what's to say, as these cars, the rest of the cars are just, like I said, some of these guys are looking to win, and they're in for the playoffs coming up shortly. But there's a good look at Anthony Moss Jr.'s number 9. He's getting closer and closer on Brandon. He's going to take the inside.
Yeah, trying to stick his nose in there, trying to make a move. Definitely feels like he's faster, but they're gonna he's probably going to put the move down into turn 1 if he gets the run. Doesn't look like he can get the run, but he's right there. So he's going to wait for possibly another mistake there here out of the S's. So watch it as we kind of reach that end of the funnel, I like to call it. We got really tight there at, near the wall. Probably had to back out of the gas. But I feel, I kind of see Brandon has more of the speed kind of in the second half, while Mitch Diamond in front of him kind of has it in the first half. Mitch is really fast in the S's, but in this technical section with the inner loop and the outer loop, or the carousel, so to say, Brandon just kind of has that speed there. He has it down. Mitch kind of runs a higher line there in the carousel, as he gets loose there out of exit. So that's going to cost him a little bit of time. Let Brandon catch up to him.
Yeah, no doubt. Brandon's really able to, he can tell, really hug those rumble strips into those corners. That's where the banking is. The little bit of banking that is here at Watkins Glen is right there where the apexes of those turns is. Brandon gets a little loose also coming off the turn, but where else we have a good battle? It looks like Matt Opplinger and Eric Thornton battling it out here.
Don't look now up in P3. Alex McCorder almost made the move on Jake Ashe for P3. Down into turn 1, Jake was able to pull away from him, but it was definitely close. Don't know what caused that to build up, but we almost had a new pass for P2.
Looks like David Brenner might be making a pass here right now as we look. Just got the tail end of it, unfortunately. David, I am sorry we missed that. No, it's not very often you pass a car, David. I'm just kidding. As he's working on Scotty S-Step in that 0048 now, but David Brenner looking great as this race continues on, as he made a move there past Eric Thornton. And now he's got his sights set on Scotty S-Step.
Yeah, another guy having a really good run is the 17 car Sam Milliken. Don't know why in iRacing it says he's a 28, but his car says a 17. We know him as a 17. He's slowly catching Ty Keela as he goes wide there on the second to last corner. And he makes the pass there on the outside of Ty Keela.
Yeah, Ty Keela's just going to let him go, but and right here, is Alex McCorder going to make that move on the Jake right now, or is he going to be happy riding behind him?
He's definitely going to try and make a move. He's not just going to sit there right behind Jake, because right now they're 9 seconds behind Peter Dunn. Peter Dunn has checked out. He's gone. He has a one-way ticket to victory lane right now. But that could all change.
That's right, Jared.
That could all change.
That's right. There's still 25 laps here left at Watkins Glen. Anything can happen here. As we check in with Fred Lester, the rookie, in that number 17 car, another 17 car, and there's Terry Murphy working right behind him as Matt Oppinger gets a little loose, a little wide coming out of that turn. Three-way battle here for P14.
Yeah, I'm not really sure what the aero advantage is for having no hood. Don't really know how he lost it, but I'm not sure I know the aero advantage to it. Maybe engine cooling.
Jared, I'm getting word right now from the crew on the ground that they forgot to put the hood pins in on that car, and the hood literally just blew off the car coming down the... Oh, as he gets a little wild there, coming through the bus stop, able to hold on. Terry Murphy now looking to make a move on Matt Oppinger as he bobbles that bus stop just a little bit. No, but
yeah, Fred Lester had a really shallow entry there to the bus stop. Definitely had to lower up to just make the corner on entry. But yeah, I don't think that hood was very important for speed-wise. He's catching up to David Brenner, passing the 82 Matt Opplinger. He's doing pretty well for himself right now.
Yeah, and as we take a look at the back end of that David Brenner's car, that Puma, looks like he's a little worse for wear there. Wonder how that...
that's just downforce.
More downforce, all right.
Oh, and I think Jake Ashe may have had an incident. Yeah, he's in the grass in the S's. Went off track. Made a mistake.
That's unfortunate for Jake. We had big hopes for him. But he gets it back on the track going the right direction as he falls back to P11. And here comes Scotty S-Steps hot on his bumper. And Scotty is pulled away from Ty Killa now. You can see the distance as they're coming through the bus stops here. All right, another battle is brewing right now for P6, Jared. We got Mitch Diamond in the 65, Brandon Shelton now working their way on the Sam Milliken.
Yeah, they're definitely catching him, and we also got another rookies in that Cinnamon Toast Crunch car, Christopher Knott, doing quite well for himself. Did really well in practice, had a really fast race car under him, and showing his consistency right now as a rookie of the series on this road course.
Take a good look at that beautiful Cinnamon Toast Crunch car. Oh yeah.
Oh, he hit the wall. Mitch Diamond hit the inside wall there on the funnel exit. He's gonna let Brandon Shelton get side by side, but he's just gonna be content and let him by. Just a little scrape, not too much damage that will hurt his car in the long run, but definitely a Code Brown moment there.
Yeah, it looks like Mitch Diamond's holding on to that lead though, Jared, as Brandon's going to be happy just to stay behind him right now at this point of the race.
Peter Dunn still out front, catching up to the lap car of Dave Kirkpatrick. He's running smooth right now, not having to be forced to run fast, not worrying about anything. He doesn't have to put any fast laps down because he's got no one behind him to challenge him for the lead.
Yeah, it looks like Peter Dunn has won the race, if you could say that, Jared. But he's got to finish the race, though. Still lots of time left here at the Watkins Glen, as he's pulling away with a 10-second lead now, working on 11, as the rest of the field continues to chase down Peter Dunn.
Yeah, we're having a battle for the podium spot, P3, back with Christopher Knott and Sam Milliken. Sam was trying to get a look on the inside there going to turn 1, but unfortunately wasn't able to have the apex he wanted to get the run to turn 2. But right now, Christopher Knott is driving defensively. Got a little bit slower there on the entry to the inner loop, got Sam Milliken right on his bumper.
Yeah, let's see if Christopher can hold off Sam. But Sam's been doing a great job in both leagues he's in that we broadcast and watch. So I'm really impressed with Sam. He's driving right now. He's doing a great job on this road course.
Yeah, watch him out of the exit of this last corner going down the front straightaway. I feel like if he gets the run out of this corner, he can clear him going to turn 1, and he's right on the bumper. Yeah, he's going to take a peek. Might have to try and outbrake him, but he can't. Doesn't have the confidence in the tire in the late goings of this run. 14 laps in, and next lap, the pit window will be open, lap 15.
Looks like Anthony Moss Jr. might have had an incident, Jared, as we're going to take a look. Yeah, Anthony Moss looks like he's missing a hood now. Also, Jared, as these hoods are coming off at a breakneck speed, as a couple cars are going to make the pass on Anthony. Let's see if we can roll back that footage to see what exactly happened to old Anthony there. Looks like he over brakes it coming into that turn 1. Gets a little loose, gets onto the rumble strips and just whips it around. Front end goes right into that safer barrier wall for Anthony, and that's too bad for him. As we go back to live racing, looks like I have Graham McGriven having some issues.
Yeah, possibly just trying to stay out of the way. But I think our guys running in 4th and 5th, they're slowly catching up to the 2 front runners, Alex McWhorter and Ty Keela. The gap's kind of closed in between Alex and Ty Keela. So we might have a race for the 2 podium spots with them together, and that's just going to allow the 4th and 5th place cars just to catch up to them.
Yeah, Sam's still just down in the 934, Christopher right now. And then we also have a great battle here between Brandon Shelton, Mitch Diamond, the 2 cars right behind that grouping, battling it out. Chris Smith and Andy Moss Jr. and the 04 of Jonathan Wright. They're all having a great battle here, and that's all a battle for P8 right now. As we take a live look into this battle. I think Brandon Shelton put a pass on Mitch. We might have missed it, but there's Brandon. If we take a look at that pass, guys. Let's go back to the replay here. Oh, technology is amazing. Let me see if I can speed that up just a little bit. Check this pass out from Brandon Shelton.
And Eric Thornton went down pit road, so he's going to do his service now. Going to try and make it to the end of this race. He's going to be our first car to pit as he's sitting 1 lap down.
All right, so let's keep your eyes on that number 1 as he rejoins into the field with Mitch Diamond, Anthony Moss Jr. right on his heels. And we'll have to keep an eye on lap times, Jared, and see what the tire fall off is as the race continues here as we get a fresh lap. But it is on cold tires. Keep that in mind on this first one. It looks like Anthony Moss Jr. was able to make a pass on Chris Smith. Oh, is Anthony Moss Jr. almost gets in the back of that 04 as Jonathan Wright and him are battling it out side by side. Are going to have to make their way around Eric Thornton on those cold tires. This is interesting. It's low. The 04 is going to allow... Oh, they're almost going 3 wide here into that turn. Eric's going to get out wide, stay out of the way. Anthony Moss Jr. throwing those elbows out, making room for himself as he's motoring forward to regain his positions he lost on that incident.
Yeah, and I was watching, and Peter Dunn ran 1:14 that last lap. So really, the tire fall-off hasn't really affected old Peter Dunn, I would think.
Nope, he hasn't even lost a second yet, Jared. Off his best time.
So the tires are really working there for old Peter Dunn.
Now, knowing that, Jared, you just come in and take the fuel you need and not take tires, or you chance it?
I think
it's a lot
you gotta
race.
take the tires. Last thing you want is to be running on old tires and have that right front lock up going into turn 1 and just miss the whole corner completely. Because remember, you still get a bonus point for having a 0X.
All right, it looks like Jake O'Shea and Matt Opplinger both pitted and are coming out of pit lane. Matt's just coming in the pit. Jake's just leaving as more guys are starting to take their pit cycles. We'll have to see how everything shakes out here.
Yeah, and Brandon Shelton caught up to the 5th and 4th place car that we were watching. He finally got past Mitch Diamond, and he's caught up to these two.
Yeah, well said.
Matt Opplinger's leaving the pits now. Gonna get out right in front of these guys.
Now Sam's looking to make a move on the Cinnamon Toast Crunch car.
Yeah, but he's got to get the run. I have it here on my notes that this long straightaway, if you get the run, it can be a really good passing zone. Tries to get out to the outside just to put his bumper there and have the run out of there and side draft him. But he can't really make a move right there. He's going to cover him off.
He has to slow down, takes that turn a little bit too wide on Sam's part. Was able to recover quite nicely.
Steve Fugit, the league admin, coming down pit lane right now. Christopher Knott coming into the pits this time. He said it on the radio. Let the two guys, the 17 and the 2, let him know that he's coming.
Very well executed there by everyone. We had to call it out, let him know he's coming in. No incidents there. Great job there by everyone. Oh, looks like Terry Murphy might have had an incident there. As we take a look, Terry Murphy is kind of spun out right before the bus stop. Interesting.
Oh, and the 17 missed the turn 1 and let the 2 get right by him. The old tire's really hurting the 17. I don't really want to take away from Terry Murphy, but two things going on at one time on track.
And that's the 17 of Sam Milliken?
Yes, sir.
That's right. Yeah, Brandon just passed the Mitch Diamond, and let's see if we take a look at that last pass for P4. Oh yeah, Sam gets out real wide. Brandon's able to make short work of that. Sam might have been looking in his mirror too much.
Yeah, I think the tires are hurting him. Lap 19, got maybe 1 or 2 more laps left in the tank. And Eric Thornton and Anthony Moss Jr. backed out of the session, so another 2 bite the dust.
Looks like Jake O'Shea and Terry Murphy going at it here, back further in the pack. That's for P11. Some good racing here.
Brandon Shelton and Mitch Diamond coming down pit road 2. Ty Keela, Joel Volpus as well. And Sam Milliken's going to have 1 more lap to hopefully make it around the speedway. Him and Alex McCorder stayed out trying to get this 1 more lap, maybe have 1 more lap of fresher tires, maybe to try and do something with Peter Dunn as he's leaving pit road now in that 3rd position. See, now this is where you got to be smart. when you pit, you get new tires. This is where you gotta be smart. You get new tires, cold tires. As Sam Milliken went off track there, got maybe a 1X there in the inner loop. But cold tires, that's gonna be your worst enemy here on the first few laps here if you try and push her too hard. Not gonna have the heat in the tire, not gonna have that grip.
Renner's in the pits. He might have had a little bit of damage there. It looks like, no, he's on his way out. My mistake. I think they're taking his normal pit stop as David Renner is leaving the pit stops as
and
Sam
Milliken coming in.
Yeah, man.
So now we gotta watch this 9-10. Peter Dunn coming through the last corner, was catching those guys. Probably not gonna be enough to maybe try and pit later than him to make it work, but we'll see what happens because Sam Milliken hasn't even gotten to his box yet as the leader passes him.
Jared, do you remember what times the next Gen Cup cars were running here?
We were kind of running in the minute 11s, minute 12s.
Just the lighter tires, probably, huh?
Yeah, I would say having that grip, just being able to kind of throw it in the corner, so to say. Jason Landry being able to pull out the minute 10, being the road course ace that he was. Unfortunately, wasn't broadcasted.
Who?
Jason Landry.
Oh, it doesn't ring a bell. As we take a look here at 9-10, gets a little air there off that bump.
Yeah, gonna catch Matt Opplinger, gonna put him a lap down. Ty Keela pulling the undercut, sitting in that P2 position, 2 seconds in front of Alex McCorder. He's gonna hope that it works.
Nice shot there of Tykila's new paint job. He's not running the Wall Street Bets car. He's running it's like an Anamai car. And I don't know if that aerodynamics bumps on the front of that hood are going to help his chances here, but we'll have to wait and see how those help him out.
Yeah, really the big move here, if it works at the end of the race, is going to be Ty Keela's undercut for that second position. Brandon Shelton getting in front of the Sam Milliken before he pitted. That's another big move. Really important to get in front of him before you pit, just so that you can come out in front of him.
All right, looks like Steve Fugate made a pass. And, maybe Dave Patrick got a little off track there a little bit, but no worse for wear. You can take a look at that.
Yeah, Dave probably just went off track there, and the bus stop's going to be really slow on the bottom of the racetrack, the racing line, as Brandon Shelton comes up on him. He's going to try and stay out of the way.
All right, Christopher Knott. Looks like he's working his way closer and closer a little bit here on Mitch Diamond for that P5 spot. Christopher is in the same position he started the race in P6, so good job for Christopher as a rookie keeping his spot right now. He's doing a great job on this road course.
Yeah, some of these guys showing a little bit of long run speed, being able to kind of keep the tires safe, let the other ones burn them up in front of them, and track them down. But it's going to be interesting. It took them about 20 laps to do it the first time. You got to try and do it in 15. We haven't really seen any massive wrecks, or at least I don't know what last season was like. I was in the race up here in the booth with you this year. Wasn't able to race this race, but yeah, I don't really remember any big wrecks last season, Kevin.
No, it's more single car issues, just guys losing control. If I remember correctly, a lot of incidents through the bus stop, but these guys have been doing really good. The only issue we had was maybe Joey Steyer's. I think he said AMR safety crew said he blacked out, just hit the floor with the throttle and ran it straight into the tire barrier. But he is out of the medical tent, and he's back with his family and friends, and seems to be okay.
Yeah, probably a little bit too much of that Goose Island.
That's right. Yeah. They are a main sponsor of that team, so not even partying a little too hard before the race. All right, Jared, as Tyquila is holding on to that P2 spot, Alex McWhorter is under a second and a half and closing in on Tyquila. We'll have to keep an eye on that gap right now, but something to keep an eye on. Brandon Shelton, 7 seconds out from a P3 position.
Yeah, Alex could be pushing really hard to try and get up to Tyquila, and if he does, that's going to slow both of them down, compromise both of their racing lines, and who knows, that 5 seconds that Brandon has to catch these guys, that could diminish here as we approach 10 to go.
And this group all pitted right around the same time on lap 19, lap 20s. Christopher Knott, he pitted lap 18. Sam Milliken right now is probably on one of the faster set of tires along with Alex McWhorter at P20.
Yeah, Alex had 2 seconds over Tyquila there on lap time. So he's definitely pushing hard. Tyquila running the 116 when Alex ran the 114. So he's definitely catching him. Probably going to be, I'd say, 1.5 more laps, and they'll be bumper to bumper.
I love these cars coming through the bus stop. Let me get in some air. Such a great shot.
Well, that's the best part. Sometimes the fastest way around in these heavy stock cars is you gotta lift that 2 tires off the ground. But these drivers don't really notice it. They just notice it as a bump.
And just a shout out to I was looking at the fastest times over here. That was I misread that. But as Alex McWhorter gets a little loose there coming in the hard braking zone. Looks like Dave staying down low out of the way as Alex is continuing to try to close that gap. Let's see how the lap times are now. All right, Alex did
about
run
even.
faster. Yep, 4/10 of a second faster.
Yeah, not enough to really gain on him, but he also had lap traffic, and he had that bobble out of the last corner. I don't know if you saw it, just a little bit of the shaking of the wheel, just a little bobble, maybe getting on the gas a little too early. And
then Jared, don't look now, like you were saying earlier, Brandon Shelton now around 4 seconds back of that group. He ran a 1:14.57, and that was faster than our leader that last time around.
Yeah, he definitely has the long run speed. He's definitely got the consistency here, but it could all be up to how you get through lap traffic. I was kind of looking, and Fred Lester is around 10 seconds from being lapped. David Brenner, 11 seconds, and it's going to be tough trying to get past David Brenner. He might let you by, or he might race you. So, Peter, if you're catching David Brenner, you better tighten those belts. You're going to be racing him hard just to lap him. But yeah, Tyquila catching 2 lap cars is going to compromise his racing line.
And Alex McWhorter is dealing with the same issue too with that 18 of Terry Murphy. Terry Murphy battling it right now is 15. Oh man, almost got into tie there. Very close.
Yeah, kind of pushed him up the racetrack there. That's not really a place you want to try and pass someone that's in the S's. It's not on my list of places to pass, or I guess ideal places to pass. Alex McWhorter getting on the bumper.
Tyquila seems to have taken off now from Alex. Alex was making some good time on him, but that, like you said, Jared, that lap traffic does play a huge part.
Yeah, we're going to be 8 laps to go here when these guys cross the start-finish line. So 8 more laps left to try and do something. Alex McWhorter has 8 laps to try and catch Tyquila. Brandon Shelton has 8 laps to try and catch both of these guys. Try and get that second place, be a really good points day for him as he's already locked into the playoffs. But just kind of a confidence boost as Alex McCord misses turn 1 really wide. That's going to cost him a lot of time. That's probably going to solidify any chances he got to catching Ty Keela unless something catastrophically goes wrong with Ty Keela in the closing laps of this race. But Mitch Diamond and Christopher Knott kind of having a battle amongst themselves back there coming into the inner loop. Christopher Knott definitely has more pace than Mitch Diamond, probably has a little bit more experience here on these road courses. But I gotta say, that's a really good looking paint scheme that he's got there. Cinnamon Toast Crunch, Breakfast of Champions.
Yeah, Jared, I'm getting the sugar tooth just thinking about it right now. I have to go to the store and grab me some.
Well, you said you went to the gym before you came broadcasting this race. You can't be having all that sugar. No reason for you to go to the gym if you're eating that much sugar.
Did I say Jim? I said I went and saw my friend Jim. Oh, it's Dave Kirkpatrick is into that inside barrier wall before pit entry as we were on board with that Cinnamon Toast Crunch car. Christopher Knott. That is unfortunate for Dave. As we are on board with that of Christopher Knott. He's trying to gain on Mitch Diamond, but still working with that half a second gap. Buffer. Brandon Shelton, how's he looking? No, doesn't look...
Still 3 seconds. He only really gained a second when Alex McCorder had that huge miss the corner. Oh, he got all 4s off the ground there, Christopher Knott. I don't know if you saw that. But he got all 4 off the ground there on the entrance to the bus stop.
Oh, I missed it.
We got some trophy truck racing out here, I guess.
Christopher is now working, like you said, he's working on Mitch Diamond. Mitch Diamond's trying to hold him off for that P5 position. Brandon, he's right now battling some lap traffic. There's Matt Oppinger, lap down. And then take a look at Peter Dunn. Like you said, Jared, he's just off into the sunset unless anything catastrophic happens. He's 15-second lead. We're on a 16-second lead here with 6 laps to go. Looks like he has this thing sewed up, but it's not over till it's over. Still has lap cars to pass and things like that. Take a look at Ty Killa. Doing a great job. And Alex McCorder. So second and a half, a little over second and a half there gap. Brandon Shelton, that lead is, he's been able to pull away from Brandon just a little bit. Any other close battles we got? Looks like just Jonathan Wright, Chris Smith might be battling out here just a little bit. No, Chris is working on him, that number 37 car. Terry Murphy made a pass on Matt. Oppinger right there as Matt gets a little loose as Terry Murphy's able to complete that pass. And that was a pass for P14 as Terry Murphy has moved up 12 spots. Now they continue with that P14 spot. Great job there by the Canadian.
Yeah, we got 12 people still on the lead lap with 5 laps left to go, or 4.5, however you want to see it. So right now it's all about survival. I know people really want to get into that top 10 just to say they finished in the top 10, but right now you just got to focus on not making any mistakes. I did try looking in the Discord, seeing if Peter Dunn was in a Discord chat to maybe see if I could pull him into the booth while he's driving, just to see how he's doing in the car. He's got enough of a lead.
That is against QRL policies. I mean, pulling drivers in like that, Jared. You know better than that.
Yeah. What are they gonna do? Kick me out?
They're gonna fine you.
Oh well.
Oh man. Oh, that's gonna give. who is that? 04. Who are we looking at? Oh, there. Yep. 04 made a good job through the bus stop. As we look here at Steve and Joseph. 17's trying to make a pass on that lap traffic in 94. He's able to do so. Steve gets up out of the way. And Sam Milliken continues on.
Yeah, and we kind of thought the battle was over for P2 between Alex McCorder and Ty Keela. That gap's now 1.5 seconds. So Ty Keela ran a minute 15.5, and Alex McCorder half a second faster that last lap. It just looks like Alex has a really good bus stop. Ty Keela goes really wide on exit of the bus stop, allows Alex McCorder to close in. Gap's now down to around half a second. Coming to 3 to go. So I think this is going to be the battle to watch here in the closing laps for the second position.
Yeah, Jared, another battle.
Oh, he brushed the wall. Alex McCorder brushed the wall.
Yeah, we're on board with him as that happened. A little bit closer battle, Jared, is going to be also for, I think, Christopher Knott and Sam Milliken might be battling out. Let's take a quick look at that. Oh, yeah. Looks like Mitch Diamond. No, Christopher passed. Yeah, Christopher passed. Mitch Diamond, I think that's what happened.
Yeah, for the top 5 position.
Looks like Graham passed Terry Murphy there. Gonna take over 17. Two to go, Jared, as Alex is pushing hard, as so is Ty Keela. This battle is heating up now.
Yeah, I really thought Alex used up his stuff, using up that tire. He only had 1 lap less on those tires, but I thought he used it all up. But I think Ty Keela with that undercut on him is kind of hurting his tires right now. They're probably not comfortable driving, send it into the corner. Alex is going to try and make a low entry into the S's, try and peak on a move, but that's going to cost him on exit speed. Brandon Shelton in the catbird seat if these two were to take each other out. 2 wheels up for Ty Keela.
Oh. As he gets inches closer, closes up the gap even closer. But Ty Keela's going to get a great exit off of the carousel.
Now back up through the gears, up to 4th gear, then back down into 3rd here as we go through the final 2 corners. This is the closest I think these two have been. Oh, he goes wide. They're going to be side by side. Alex McCorder takes the position, P2. White flag up in the air. 1 more shot if Ty Keela could manage enough tire to try and get the position back.
Yeah, Ty Keela knows he made a mistake there as he gets a little bit loose coming in that turn on that braking zone. That might have given him just enough space for Alex McCorder to finish that, take away that P2 spot. But there's still quite a bit of track left as the battle continues. As we continue on, Peter Dunn still out 17 seconds. He is still in first place. Brandon Shelton, everyone's still holding tight in their positions.
How about the performance here from Peter Dunn? We've seen him run up front. Atlanta is one that stands out to me. Didn't have the position he wanted or the finish he wanted there, but he's entering the final 2 corners right behind his teammate Terry Murphy, the fellow Canadians. This is a big win here for Peter Dunn and this race team. Gonna lock themselves into season 2 of the QRL playoffs. Congratulations, Peter Dunn. The Canadian wins in New York.
Big shout out there to Peter Dunn. Great job, Peter. Congrats. as we take it back to Alex McCorder and Tykilla, is because Alex is now taking that last turn onto the front stretch. Looks like Alex is going to be able to tie it up for P2. Great job, great pass there by Alex McCorder. Great racing by Tykilla. Brandon Shelton's going to bring up P4. And there's the 934, Christopher Knott, as he takes his last turn. Going to be bringing that home for P5. Mitch Diamond right behind him. Going to be
Sam
P6.
Sam Milliken in P7, and Jake Ashe, I think, in P8. Started on pole, just a little bit of a mistake happened there in the S's. Not really the finish he wanted. But Jonathan Wright coming in P9 and Chris Smith in P10. Gonna be your top 10 here. But I want to see these burnouts here for Peter Dunn. I feel like he's gonna put on a show. First career win in the QRL for Peter Dunn.
Let me know when he's burning
gonna be
out.
happy. Alrighty.
I'm just watching as David Brenner comes across P12, up 12 spots from where he started. Great job there.
Fred Lester with that P13 in his debut here. Yeah, the final corner, Peter Dunn. He's gonna do it right here. He ain't gonna do it on the front straightaway. First career win for Peter Dunn, and he's gonna burn it down with style.
Great job, Peter.
I think he might just do a burnout almost everywhere on this racetrack. I definitely know what it means to get your first win on the road course. Showing everybody up, showing them that you can also turn right. And it's a big confidence booster, something you're never going to forget here, getting your first win, especially with these group of talented race car drivers.
Peter doing a great job on that burnout. I think if I was to try to do it, I'd wreck the car. But great job, great race there by everyone. Really impressive for the people that stayed in it, gave it their all. Great competitive group here tonight, Jared. As we wrap up another race in the books. Yeah, just a great look at this race course from above in our Goodyear blimp. You can just see how the track is laid out. Beautiful race course here as we get ready to wrap things up here for the QRL on this Wednesday night. I know everyone, thank you for joining us. Sorry about missing last week. Just been, for me, just real busy. Just busy with everything. So apologize if I'm a little intermittent here and here, but I will try to give you all the races we can here at the CAVOK network. And once again, a shout out to Pim for all the work he does behind the scenes. And Monday nights, we have the ATC group. Sunday mornings, we have the Bonfire Premier League, which is next gen cars, and then Sunday nights is usually Sunday Night Skippy. And if there's anything I'm forgetting, I'm sorry, but I think that's
You're forgetting interviews from some of our drivers there, Kev.
well, I'm not signing off yet. I just letting everyone get in the room.
Well,
man.
you were scaring me when you were thanking everyone, thinking you were gonna cut us off short.
No. It's not like I gotta go to bed, man. No, it's just early.
Yeah,
we got
well,
an early race, so
You can sleep when you're dead. So, but right now we got to focus on our race winner, Peter Dunn, in the 910, first career victory in the QRL at the road course. Locked yourself into the playoffs, dude. How hyped up are you right now?
Oh, I'm pumped, man. First win, track that I love. Doesn't come better than this, and to absolutely dominate it, it just feels great.
Yeah, dude, you put on one heck of a performance there. Man, it kind of reminds me of me when I did it in the Bonfire Racing League at
gosh,
Sonoma.
Jared. This is about Peter, Jared.
From
Oh,
one,
it's all about bringing back memories, right?
oh yeah, from getting your first win on the road course, it definitely reminded me, and I'm pretty sure it's more to come from you. We're gonna see a lot more of you in Victory Lane, and I really hope that those burnouts there today were just practice burnouts for later when you probably win this championship, right?
Oh yeah. Hopefully we can get some luck on the ovals. I've had some bad luck in the last couple. Hopefully we can use this momentum and move to the front.
Well, I congratulate you once again on your your victory, and I'm gonna go to the guys that had to look at your rear bumper all race long. So Alex McCorder, P2.
I don't know what you're talking about. I didn't see his bumper since the second lap.
Well, I had to give you a little bit of credit, man. So, but P2, coming to the white flag, you got the pass on Ty Keela, who tried to pull the undercut on you. I really thought you lost your tire there in the middle of that last stint. You fell a little bit behind Ty, but you came back and you finished in P2, so you can't be mad with a P2 finish.
No, I stayed out one lap later than Peter just to get that 1 point for leading a lap, since I never really get it. Come out of the pits, Ty Keela's in front of me, and big 4-wheel power slide in the carousel. Thought I burned him up early, and then had an off track that I had to slow down for, so that put me back about 3 seconds. And then I just kept digging away, really at, I think, mostly the bus stop, and then the last set of turns to put enough pressure on him.
Well, I had you written down in my notes here. You were plus 18 in the playoffs above the cut line, and with the second place finish, you definitely made that number bigger for some of the guys that maybe ran out of luck today or just didn't show up, like David Owens. So you're sitting pretty for the playoffs. You got any special plans as we got 2 more races left to go before the playoffs?
Not really. Just gonna try to keep it consistent, and maybe I'll luck myself into a win one of these days.
Well, we're definitely looking forward to seeing it here on the CAVOK network. And the guy that tried to pull the undercut, but unfortunately came 1 lap short of keeping that P2 position, Ty Keela. You're sitting plus 42 in the playoff standings as it sits right now. P3, that's not going to really hurt you any, but you'd put on one heck of a performance here today. Unfortunately, the strategy didn't work out for you.
Yeah, thanks, Jared. I think it was more so just burning up my tires on some of those passes there. Last, 3 or 4 laps, Alex had a lot more tire left on his, so the undercut definitely paid off, but I burnt him up a little too soon. So lessons learned there, but had a great race, and I don't know, you guys might want to check the weight in Peter's car. I don't know where he went.
Yeah, I second that. I think we need a balance of power.
Well, unfortunately, that's
his car's being pulled into the R&D center after the race, as the winner always does. So we'll take a look at that. I heard from NASCAR authorities.
Beautiful. Thanks for taking a look, guys.
Yeah, I was going to say that's usually not my business, knowing what's going on with car setup. But Ty, any final shout-outs here before we go on to the rest of the drivers and close out this broadcast?
Oh yeah, thanks for a great show, guys. Peter, excellent win, man. You were super fast out there. Look forward to seeing you guys out on the ovals, and hopefully we can stay alive out there on the ovals. That'll be the main thing moving forward.
Yeah, that'll be what it's about. Keep
All
forward.
righty. Alex, any final shout-outs for you?
Yeah, echoing Ty, Peter, great win. Ty, that was a lot of fun actually getting to race around somebody for a second there. I didn't really think we'd get to.
Yeah, that was awesome, Alex. Good racing, man.
Yeah, you too. And
finally, Peter Dunn, our Canadian friend. Any final shout-outs from you?
Oh, just good series here. Good competition. Great racing all around. So hopefully it stays that way for the rest of the season.
Alrighty, man. Take a shot of maple syrup for me.
Will do.
I'll throw it back up to Kevin Kyle up in the booth.
Thanks there, Jared, for getting those reports up to us here at the CAVOK Network. Really appreciate the hard work you do once again, Jared. And yeah, guys, like I said, hopefully next weekend, the schedule's a little rough, but I will try to make it most of the weeks. But thank you guys for joining us as always. We'll be back next Wednesday night for the QRL Xfinity Series. And until we meet again, everyone have a great night. God bless, and we'll see you next Wednesday. Take care, everyone.
Yeah.